Management, science or art. Hi students, in this section we can discuss the importance of science and art in management. Actually, what is a science? Science is a systemized body of knowledge based on general principles, truths or laws. The development of science depends on the following factors. First one is a constant thinking process is required for a science. Also, discovery of facts or principle, which that means a principle is required in science. Also, there need a verification for that particular principle. Also, we need a prediction for the experiments or that principle. Then we need a measurement, or there will be a measured quantity in science. Also, there is an expression. So we can conclude management fulfills all the above characteristics of science. So management may be called as a science. And as shown in this slide, there will be different science area. First one is engineering, then economics, anthropology, mathematics, sociology and other science areas. The management includes all this area, so we can call it is an applied science. That is, management is an applied science. Then management as an exact science. Taylor explains how the management will become exact science. Taylor contributes more to the development of management as a science. Management researchers have accepted management as a science on the following grounds. First one, laws of management holds good under accepted conditions. Second one, like scientists, managers make decisions using scientific technology. And the last one, management is a systematic body of knowledge that has its own theory and principles that have developed over a period of time. Principles of management to establish cause and effect relationship between different variables. So using these 3 points, we can call it as exact science. Management is an exact science. The next one, management is an inexact science. That is, management phenomena cannot be measured with accuracy. Accuracy will not obtain. During all the experiments, we'll take some assumptions. So there is not accuracy. Management phenomena is the human beings whose behavior cannot be easily predicted. The principles of management are also based on repeated experimentation and observation. In different outcomes of these experiments are not capable of being accurately predicted, so there will be assumption is required. Every organization decisions are influenced by the environment. As a social science, management can be regarded as a social or behavioral science because it deals with human behavior at work. Then we can discuss about the art, how the management will become art. First point, use of know, how and skill. Know about the skill and how. That I can explain. Art requires the use of knowledge. Management uses knowledge and know how to make the decisions. So likewise we can call it as an art. Another thing, application of principles. Art applies the principles in actual practices. Likewise, principles and techniques of management are applied in the organizations to achieve results such as increasing production, reducing cost, and improving quality. Therefore, according to this section, that is application of principle, management is an art. Another one is personalization. The art is a highly personalized skill, individual skill. Management also personalized in the sense that every manager has its own approach to solve problems to the enterprise. So we can call it as management as an art. According to this perspective also, creative in nature, management is creative like any other art. Management combines human and material resources in an effective way so as to achieve results. So in this perspective, we can call it as management as an art, that is, which is creative in nature. Management is creative in nature. Also, the point constant practice. Management learn from mistakes and develop their skill through constant practice, like artist. Every artist required constant practice. So management is also need lot of practice. So it is called as management as an art. Then management, we can combine both. Management is a science and art. Management is both science and art. It is a science as it is systemized body of knowledge, and it is an art, it is applied in actual practice. So we can conclude that management is a science and art. Next one, what are the factors affecting on the environment? We can divide it into two. First one is micro environment and next one is macro environment. On the basis of context of intimacy with the frame, the environmental factors may be classified into these two types. First one, we can discuss about internal environmental factors. The internal environment is the environment that has direct impact on the business. The internal factors are generally controllable because the company has control over these factors. The internal environmental factors are resources, capabilities, and culture. The next one is external environmental factors. It refers to the environment that has an indirect influence on the business. The factors are uncontrollable by business. The two types of external environment are micro environment and macro environment that we discussed earlier, and we can study the details of micro and macro environment. First one is micro environmental factors. The main factors are: first one, shareholders, suppliers, customers, competitors, and media. We can discuss each points. Who is a shareholder? Any person or company that owns at least one share in a company is known as a shareholder, or we can call it here called as stockholder. An organization requires greater inward investment for growth. They face increasing pressure to move from private ownership to public. However, this movement unleashes the forces of shareholders' pressure on the strategy of the organization. It is nothing but a shareholder who have an company that owns sorry, a shareholder who has the percentage of ownership of particular company. Then next one is supplier. Those who supply the inputs like raw materials and components to the company, who is known as supplier. The increase in raw material price will have to knock on the effect on the marketing mix strategy of an organization. Prices may be forced up as a result. A closer supplier relationship is on one way of ensuring competitive and quality products for an organization. So we need to make more closer relationship with the supplier. The next one is a customer, who is the main area in the business. A person or company or other entity which buys goods and services produced by another person, company, or other entity is known as a customer. Organizations survive on the basis of meeting the needs, wants, and providing benefits for their customers. Failure to do so will result in failed business strategy. So for a healthy business, we need to make healthy communication with the customer. Next one is a competitor. A company in the name a company in the same industry or similar industry which offers a similar product or service known as a competitor. The presence of one or more competitor can reduce the prices of goods and services as the companies attempt to gain larger market share. Competition also requires companies to become more efficient in order to reduce cost. Fast food restaurants, it's an example. Fast food restaurants, McDonald's and Burger King are competitors. as are Coca-Cola and Pepsi are the different another competitors. Then last point is media. Positive or adverse media attention on the organization's product or service can in some cases make or break the organization. Consumer programs with a wider and more direct audience can also have a very powerful and positive impact, hence forcing organization to change their tactics. Next point is macro environmental factors. An organization macro environment consists of non-specific aspects in the organization surroundings that have the potential to affect organization strategies. The macro environment consists of forces that originate outside of an organization and generally cannot altered by actions of the organization. A firm may be influenced by changes within this element of its environment but cannot itself influence the environment, and the FM considers these as a part of its environmental scanning to better understand the threats, opportunities created by the variables, and how strategic plans need to adjust it so the firm can obtain and retain competitive advantage. We can discuss the points of the macro environmental factors. These are the main macro level factors. First one, political factor. Next one, economic factor. Next one, social factor. And the last one is technology factor. We can discuss these factors later. Now we can discuss about political factors. Political factors include government regulations and legal issues and define both formal and informal rules under which the firm must operate. Examples are tax policy, employment laws, environmental regulations, trade restrictions and tariffs, political stability. These are the political factors. Next one is economic factors. Economic factors affect the purchasing power of potential customer and the firm's cost of capital. Examples: economic growth, interest rate, exchange rate, inflation rate. Next one is social factor. Social factors includes the demographic and cultural aspects of the external macro environment. The terms are health consciousness, population growth rate, age distribution, career attributes, and emphasis on safety. These are the social factors. Then last one is the technology factor. New technology offer many sources of economic growth. Computer technology develop new marketing opportunities. The technology development have tremendous impact on the organization unless the manager copes with this development, and he cannot survive in the competitive market. So depending upon the nature of business, the type of technology used, every organization has to assess the technological environment from time to time. Today's organization need to keep well informed technological changes that affect their operations so as remaining competitive in the market. So thank you.